Wild Way on One Radio, 24/7 of worldwide music. Yeah.
Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Welcome to another episode of Hotkey Radio. I am your host, Jordan of CmdEsc. I'm joined here today by my boy Kylr. Kylr, go ahead and say what's up, man.
Yeah, what's up? Glad to be here.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this first track that we got ready here to feature for you. This one is featuring your boy Hardcase, and this is Diamond Bones.
Hey, this is Kylr, and you're listening to Hotkey Radio.
Rage, power, weakest, forward, money, driven, nature, fraud, breathless, body, diamond, bones, wanna be it, wanna feel it.
With Diamond Bones. Man, I love this tune. This song has found its way into my sets and into my heart very quickly. We did a guest radio spot ourselves on another show that's coming out, and we used it in that set. We're going to play it in an upcoming show that we have this weekend. Tell me a little bit about this and how this song came about, man, because this one was really hitting those notes for me.
That's sick, man. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, Hardcase, he actually sent me this while I was on vacation. Started it while I was on the plane, and he would just send it to me and said, hey, I got this work in progress. I think you could do something with it. you want to take a look at it? So I opened it up and then heard that vocal and just really liked it and just went hard while I was on vacation, then finished it up whenever I was at home. And then we collabed over the next couple of weeks and made some adjustments. But yeah, it was a fun one to work on.
Hell yeah, man! I love that. I love that, man. It's cool when a collab can come together like that. And rare is it that it happens on vacation. But you know what? When the inspiration strikes, man, it strikes. So no, that's dope. All right, you know, so that's a track that I think from a sound design perspective, it fits so many different times of the night. Like, how did you land in those kind of like ballparks sound design wise? Because like I said, for me, I'm playing it in an after hour set this weekend, but I also did it in a radio show. So I just feel like it's just so diverse. Like, tell me about that.
Honestly, I got a lot of inspiration from Chris Lorenzo on this track, and I feel like a lot of his tracks have that capability. And so it was specifically his recent one, Appetite. And he has these long builds and then just these really powerful drops and these crazy sounds. And I kind of was really vibing with that. And so took bits and pieces of that and just kind of made it my own thing. But yeah, it just kind of stems from that.
Oh, dope. No, man, love that answer. Chris Lorenzo is obviously a favorite of mine as well. You know, hard to beat that guy. So, you know, that's really cool. And you know, in a normal episode here, I would be, you know, taking us out into that track so that we could get a bigger feel for how that inspired Diamond Bones. But for those who don't know, Kylr is actually dropping a track with us this coming Thursday. So you guys will have to go and pick that up. It's going to be called Wicked Games. And I'm a little bit more interested in talking about that and working our way towards premiering that here later on in the show. So shifting from the Chris Lorenzo inspiration, take me over now into the inspiration for Wicked Games. You know, what got you going with that track, and how did that come out?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Boris Brejcha. I'm a diehard metal fan, always have been, and I just really like how he uses those dark undertones, and he's able to paint a picture with his songs. And so I really liked how he did that with this inspirational song, and kind of really inspired me with Wicked Games.
Dope, man. Well, I'm really hyped to have Wicked Games out on the label. It's a song that, again, I've also worked into my sets quite a bit, tested it out in front of people, and the reactions have been great. So, you know, I'm really excited for that. And I'm really excited to show people this inspiration track and help them get inside your head a little bit. Which track are we looking at here? Go ahead and let the people know.
This is Up Down Jumper by Boris Brejcha. Hey, this is Kylr, and you're listening to Wild One Radio.
Croatia with Up Down Jumper. Oh man, that was a groover right there, man. I can totally see where you got that inspiration for Wicked Games. And while Wicked Games doesn't quite clock in at the 7-minute groover that this one is, you could have very easily have made it that long. I mean, you absolutely could have. And I love how you took this style and just kind of made it your own. Nice job on that, man. Definitely. Really cool song.
Yeah, that one's a fun one. I want to definitely catch him live sometime.
So how is it that you take this song, this Up Down Jumper, and you go and make Wicked Games? Like, take me through the process there, like start to finish. Okay, you heard this song. How long did it take you to get this one into your DAW as a reference track, and then to actually start writing the song?
So that's a good question. I mean, it really just depends. This specific time, it didn't take me long at all, just because I had a good idea of what I was wanting. So I like to jam, and I've been playing guitar for 15 years, and that's just kind of the first thing that I go to. It's just jamming, trying to get something down, playing with synths. I'll get a drum groove going, and then if I already have an idea of what I want the kick to sound like, I can hear it in my head, and this one kind of just came together. And as soon as I found that vocal sample, it just fit with whatever I had going, and I was able to doctor it, and it was just game over.
Gotcha. So you're using your reference track or inspiration track here a little bit more as like a reference guide and less of a like, I'm gonna try to mimic what I'm hearing here. Essentially, then is kind of
right. Yeah. I kind of think that helps in finding your own sound a little bit. If you can start to use reference tracks more as inspiration, it does definitely help, to A/B a reference track if you want to get your mix down. But mixing and writing are two separate things, and I feel like that's important to keep separate.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I love asking these kind of questions to my guests because hearing the different answers is always so fun, and kind of hearing what works for one person and what doesn't work for others. Some people use their reference tracks just religiously to like, okay, is my snare hitting how it should? Not even just from a mix perspective, but just from like a creative perspective too, right? So it's cool to hear your perspective on this, where like, yeah, I want to just make sure like I'm in the right realm, but ultimately like I'm doing my own thing, even with this in my mind as inspiration, right? Quote unquote, there with the fingers.
Yeah, that's the great thing about art is, there's so many avenues to get to the same place.
Yeah, that totally, man. And I think that it's good for any young or new producers that are listening to the show. I think to hear those different perspectives, because I think something I definitely got caught up in many moons ago when I was a young buck, was thinking that like there was like this secret ingredient, there was this magic way to do it that would make me famous, right? And I think that that's just like a easy pitfall for people, and just do what works for you. I think ultimately is the message there.
For sure.
Nice, man. Hell yeah. Well, we've been teasing this Wicked Games release here, and we keep talking about it. So I think it's only right that we go ahead and show the people. Since it's not out till Thursday, it is technically an ID. This will fill our IDs at the door segment. So you'll have to have another ID for me next time, man, because I'm gonna strip you of that right here. This is my boy Kylr with Wicked Games, out this Thursday on Hockey Collective.
every day. Can't help but to worry, to worry. You don't feel the same. Can't help but to I've had enough of these days.
All right, that was the world premiere of Wicked Games by Kylr out on Hockey Collective this Thursday. Man, I'm just so happy to have that song on the label, bro. I play it out start to finish in my sets. Literally, the whole song plays, and it's just a really good one. And I'm so excited to have that on there. And I hope all my listeners really enjoyed this one. And make sure you guys go pick this one up and stream it this Thursday.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm hopeful that everyone else likes it. I really loved making this one, so hell yeah.
Yeah, man, totally. I mean, we've definitely talked a lot about it now at this point. Is there anything that we haven't touched on maybe about this song that you like the people to kind of know or connect with a little bit more, or just generally, we haven't really talked much about your background here. Fill us in on where you're from, what got you going in music, and that sort of deal.
Yeah, man. I've like I said, I've been a metalhead since I was a kid. Really took an interest in guitar. Took lessons for a while, and then got an interest in music theory and found a guitar teacher that knew both. So took lessons in that for a couple years, and then just really stuck with it my whole life. It's always been an outlet for me. So really good way to express myself. Started producing about 2 years ago now. So I've always been into dance music, EDM. I was into the early trap scene with, Borgor and who else?
Oh yeah, man, we remember those
RL
days,
Grime.
man. We remember those days.
But yeah, I've always been into the EDM scene, and last 6 or so years, really been into house, and always been doing music. So figured, I could do that, and so picked it up. And I think for this song specifically, it's been a journey trying to find my sound. And this one, whenever you first start producing, it's hard to put into the DAW what you have in your head. You might know what your sound is, but you just can't replicate it. You don't have the technical ability, maybe, at least for me. So this one was more in the step of the direction that I really want to take my overall music. So
yeah, I mean, I think between Wicked Games and Diamond Bones, what you're crafting here is a really solid foundation. And whether you choose to be as dark and heavy as you were in Diamond Bones, or maybe a bit more groovy like you were in Wicked Games, I think that again, your sounds fit at a lot of different times of the night. So being from LA, there's a lot of influence, from where we are here on our music, as CmdEsc. We're very hip hop based and oriented, and you hear a lot of that in our sets. What can you say about where you're from and how that's influenced, your music and upbringing? Is metal really big where y'all are at, or is it more the EDM? I mean, like what's that kind of like in terms of influence, not just inspiration, but that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm out in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's a really good blend of hip hop, country, metal. I think has gotten bigger in the last 10 years or so. Um, but it's always
Okay,
been pretty
yeah.
popular.
But I mean, out there,
Um,
yeah, you got a whole blend of different kind of
but
stuff
it's
that
it's
people
a
are
good
into.
blend out here. Yeah, I'm a huge hip hop head myself, so really just inspirations from I love oldies, blues, and so I get inspiration from all different types of genres, but really just I think the dark undertones really just appeal to me. Just they're kind of moody, emotional. You can do a lot with them, and then I do love the groovy stuff. Drums are my favorite to program. I mean, you can have so much fun doing that and be so creative with them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
totally,
just a lot of
totally.
inspiration.
Yeah, and I love that, like, where you're from there too, just like here in LA is a big melting pot of shit, man. So that's like really cool, like just to know like there's so much influence there, and like I send songs to buddies and I'll be like, hey, have you heard this one out there yet in Portland? And they'll be like, bro, this would have never made it out here, and
Right?
so
Yeah.
yeah, so it's cool to be in areas that are big melting pots of cultures and music, and I think it's oh man, it just can be such a beautiful thing ultimately for us and our processes, I think, man. So really,
Definitely.
really cool, man. Love that answer. So in terms of that kind of influence and things like that, I usually have a segment here in the show where I make my guests bring me an artist that we can highlight that needs a little bit of love, that's maybe giving you some influence or you them. Who'd you bring me today?
Oh, this is my good friend Rami that I met just going out to shows here, and we've gotten together a couple times and made music. And he's just really positive person, just great vibe, and really good to be around, and really good influence. We kind of help to push each other. We bounce ideas off each other. He kind of has a different taste in the EDM, so that kind of helps me to kind of get a different perspective on things. So yeah, just a good friend and great producer. Overall, great person to have around.
Awesome, man. And he's based out of Fort Worth there with you as well.
He's in Dallas, so Dallas is
Okay.
about an hour from me. So yeah.
Dope, dope. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so big shout out to Big D out there, man. You know how that
Yeah,
is.
go Cowboys.
Hell yeah, go Cowboys, man. I love that, bro. Love that. All right, well, let's go ahead without further ado and jump into this track here. Which one are we playing for the people today?
This is gonna be Blue by Just Rami.
Let's do it. was Just Rami with Blue. Man, some serious songwriting going on in that. I really enjoyed that track. Definitely somebody we'll have to work on getting in the collective here, because that's exactly the kind of artists we're looking for. You know, people that got up and coming music and not enough monthly listeners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, he's got a great vision, great sound. Yeah.
Sick, man. Well, you know what? Like I said, I won't make you dive in on his project too much. We'll definitely get him on the show at some point to chat with him. Let's talk a little bit more about you. Where can my listeners find you? We're on social media. You're on all the streaming platforms, I'm sure. But you know, let us know what's up with that.
All the streaming platforms, YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud. Making a Bandcamp, so under construction.
Okay, cool. What's those handles?
Pretty much on everything.
Where can we find you at those handles, man? What's it on Instagram? What's it on the TikToks?
Instagram, that's going to be at Kylr Music. That's going to be the same on SoundCloud. And then YouTube is Kylr Music Official.
Dope. Okay, man, sick. All right. Well, what can we look for down the road? And what do you got on tap for us, man? Any new music coming our way other than this Wicked Games release, obviously?
Yeah, I got a bunch of remixes lined up. Since I had a couple originals recently, I've got to work on the remix catalog.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You know what? I definitely want one of those. So you make sure when you wrap those up, send them my way so I can check those out, dog. But you heard it. He's got some heat coming your way between Wicked Games and remixes. So keep up with Kylr. We'll make sure to have any news hotkey related, you know, on our Instagrams and socials, so you can definitely keep up with them that way as well. What can we expect in this guest mix that we're about to let you in for?
I got some good stuff planned. Some good stuff curated for this one.
All right, man. You're on delve too much. I see you, man. You just got that good stuff, man.
I don't want to give too much away, but I think everyone's gonna like it.
All right, man. Dope. Okay, well, you heard it here first. You're gonna like it. If not, go holler at him on his socials. Tell him about it. You know, I'm sure you're gonna love it, but holler at him anyway. You know. So definitely, Kylr, thank you for joining me here on Hotkey Radio. We'll definitely have you back down the road to talk about some more of the cool shit you've been up to. But let's go ahead and jump right into this guest mix. For everybody out there listening, thank you guys for tuning in. You can catch us every Monday at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Wild One Radio. I am your host, Jordan of CmdEsc. Kylr, go ahead and get us out of here, man. Say bye to the people.
Thank you again for the opportunity, and thank you again, everyone, for listening. Y'all have a good one.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Wild One Radio, 24/7 of worldwide music.
Hey, this is Kylr, and you're listening to Hotkey Radio, only on Wild One.
you sweat. I can't wait till we're alone.
body, maybe it's make believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Believe, 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 believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Make believe. I'm on my come up. She thinks I'm brave. I feel like summer in 2016. This bitch just blowing. We keep it clean. She wanna come up, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's make believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Believe, believe, believe. Maybe it's make believe. Believe, believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe. Believe, believe, believe. Maybe it's make believe. Believe, believe. Kisses on my body, maybe it's make believe.
try to mute it. Started making noise, Illy tried to mute it. Started making noise, Illy tried to mute it. Started making noise, Illy tried to mute it. 24/7 of worldwide music.